What's up guys, it's me Eric B, and in this video we're going to be talking about the new motorcycle transportation unit that I have from MotoTote. So if you don't have the opportunity or capability to use a trailer or put your bike on the back of a truck or something like that, you do have more options, and this will connect to your hitch on your vehicle, and then you can just load the bike up on it and be able to transport it that way. So what I'm going to do, show you guys what comes in the box and the kit that I got. We'll get the bike loaded on it, show you what that looks like, and then we'll go from there. So let's get to it.
Home run, touchdown, buzzer beater, do it all now, top corner talking home run, touchdown, buzzer beater, do it all now, top corner like.
All right guys, so I just wanted to show you real quick, I do have a 5x8 enclosed trailer, but sometimes I don't always want to take my trailer with me, just because of the fact that it may be hard to get it in and out of certain areas. Sometimes it's hard to park them, stuff like that. And then, you know, you're pulling additional weight. I think this trailer is a little over 800 pounds empty. And then you have the option of loading the bike in the back of your pickup truck. I have a small one. Some people have a little bit bigger vehicles where they're a little bit taller, so it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of scary sometimes to load it up on there on the ramp. But if you don't have either of those options, don't fear, because as long as you have a tow hitch, and it doesn't matter if you have a truck, an SUV, a minivan, whatever, you could put that MotoTote onto the hitch, and then you'll be good to go. So let's go on ahead and see what we got in the box. All right, and here we are, everything that comes inside the box. You have that part right there that holds your front tire. You have this portion right here, so this is where the bike's gonna sit. And I went with the sport model. This part right here is a little bit wider for your rear tire, because there's one below this one called the M3, and that one's for about 500 pound rating, but it's for like dirt bikes and scooters and stuff like that. This one's more for sport bikes, so it's like kind of middle of the road. And then they have one that's like a max or sport max or something or another. But this is the loading ramp right here. And then you have the portion that connects up to the car on the tow hitch, and then portions right there is going to be for your ratchet straps. And then you do get your assembly hardware and everything. So what I'm going to do is get this stuff together, get it on the car, and then we'll go get a bike on it. I don't have my motorcycle yet because I'm still waiting to pick it up from the dealer. Still waiting for that bad boy to come in, but I got some hookups where I can go just borrow a bike, put it on there just to show you guys what it looks like. All right, so inside your mounting hardware, they made it pretty simple. You have step 1, 2, 3, and 4 for putting this together. And then they do give you some instructions here with the QR code. You can get on there and check that out. And then their zero wobble hitch mount. So that's gonna go, once you connect that bar through there, it'll connect all this stuff together, so that way it's not wobbling back and forth. And then, like I mentioned before, the weight limit is 600 pounds. And then also you need to be cognizant of what your tongue weight is for your hitch. All right, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna start off with this piece right here that's gonna get inserted into the tow hitch. As you can see right here with the arrows, vehicle that way, load facing that way. So you're gonna slide it into your hitch. And I'm gonna go, so there's 2 holes right here, as you can see. I'm gonna go all the way to the second hole there. But also, I think once you get everything set up, you can adjust it to see how much space you need in between the tailgate and the motorcycle. Then you're gonna take your zero wobble bolt here with the washer on the head side. And then this piece right here is gonna sit flush inside of the tow hitch once you get it tightened and everything, but you don't have to worry about this until step 5. All right, next, we're gonna take this, this crossbar here, and we're gonna set this up to where it goes through here, like so. And then you're gonna line it up, and then you're gonna take your 2 bolts supplied in your bag, which is gonna be labeled step 1. So you're gonna have 2 of these bolts right here. You're gonna have 4 washers and 2 nuts. You're gonna put that through and tighten that up. And just take note, you wanna make sure these little tiny little holes that are drilled on it, you wanna have them facing outward if you're gonna be using the light kit. And then also, as you can see, I just wanna make sure you guys see there's 4 holes. There's 2 closer to the vehicle, and there's 2 out here. The instructions say to have it on the furthest ones out here, like so. And then when you're tightening this down, you want to tighten this all the way to there's no visible gaps here where this cross beam meets the beam here that goes inside the vehicle. All right, so as you can see, we got those 2 bolts installed, and I tightened those down to 75 pound-feet of torque. That's what the instructions call for those of you that want to be really critical about it. But there we go, let's move on to the next step. All right, so the next 2 pieces we're gonna be installing is the tie-down rack right here, and then the wheel stop. And then you can choose whichever direction you wanna place that wheel stop. So you can have it on this side, or you can have it facing this way. I'm gonna choose to have it this way because then when you walk the bike up, I feel more comfortable having it on my right side and walking the bike up with the front tire right here on the driver's side of the vehicle. All right, you wanna make sure that this is lined up inside of here like so. And then you're gonna take the wheel chock here, and then you're gonna line it up because there's some different spaces as you can see in here. You're gonna need to line it up based on the length of your bike. So I'm gonna use the one that's right here at the front, and then you can adjust that based off your bike. Now, once I actually get my bike, that may change and I may adjust it, but for now, I'm gonna go with this one. All right, so in the little bag that you have here, it says step 2, you're gonna have 4 bolts, and then you're gonna have a 5th bolt. So the 4 of the bolts are gonna be long, your 5th one's gonna be super short, and then you're gonna have 4 nuts and 4 washers, and then 1 tiny little like locking washer. And then these also have like a little square on the head that you can just slide in, and it'll hold it into place. So you won't have to use a tool on the head side of the bolt. All right, and then when you start this, just do your nuts hand tight for now, just in case you gotta move some stuff around. And then you're gonna take this little small bolt here, if I can get this set up. So like I said, you got a little tiny washer right here. It's gonna go on that. And then that's gonna go right here in the center. It's gonna screw into the center there. I was getting a little ahead of the instructions. That is where this little bolt's gonna go, but you're gonna have to get the actual rack on first and then put that on top. So we'll get to that in just a second. All right, so next you wanna take this short bar right here. It's gonna connect your straps in your rear, and you wanna place that right back here, like so. Line it in holes up here. And then, all right, now that we got that in there, hopefully that fits right there. And then you're gonna take the actual rack, and then you're gonna take it and set it on top. So again, you had to go based on what your motorcycle length is. So I'm gonna do the shorter one. So I'm gonna scoot it forward right here. So you're gonna have 2 holes right here, and then you'll have that one that's right here for the shorter bolt. So we're going ahead and get those installed. All right, so last but not least, we have this little apparatus right here with the pin, 1 bolt, a couple washers, and a nut. And what that's gonna do, that's gonna mount onto here. You have some holes back here. That's gonna mount up, and then you have that piece up there. That's where your ramp is gonna lock into on the carrier. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and get that installed, and then show you guys what it looks like once it's on there. All right, as you can see, we got it all complete, and I have this on a Hyundai Santa Cruz and everything, as you can see here, but this is what it looks like once it's all said and done. Let me brighten this up for you guys, a little dark. But yeah, everything on here. Now this it's a little heavy, especially when you take it off and put it on and everything, but it's not too bad. Sits quite nicely. And then also I went ahead and got the tail light kit on, as you can see right there and right there. Let me go ahead and turn that on so you can see what that looks like real quick. All right, so here we go. Got the light kit, works just fine, because like I said before, your tail lights up there get blocked by the bike. But what we're gonna do now is go get a bike loaded on it so you can see what it looks like, and go from there. All right, so fast forward in time, we are currently at Fort Campbell Auto Sales here, and I have a Yamaha R7 lined up that I'm gonna put on there because it's pretty much gonna be kind of comparable to the bike that I'm getting, and everything as far as weight and size and everything. We're just gonna load her on up and then show you guys what everything looks like. You may want to have some momentum. You do this. There we go. It's like so. Yeah. Sits a little close to the tailgate, but not bad. All right, sorry if it's a little loud. We got some guys running some bikes in the background here, but as you can see how close we are to the tailgate. And then again, with that down there, you can adjust that. You can pull that part further back one notch if you need to, but I kind of like it a little bit closer just for leverage, because I don't know if I want more of the weight out, if you know what I'm saying. That's what it'll look like sitting on there. And we're not squatting too much. And the thing is with the Santa Cruzes, the way the suspension works, it'll actually level itself out once it has weight on the back. But here's what we're looking like right here. From this perspective, it's a little bright here. Let me turn it down a little bit. But yeah. See from this side how much space you have in between the tailgate and the bike. Really, it's just the handlebar. But we'll get the straps on to show you what that looks like. And I don't know, what do you guys think so far? Yeah, and the other thing I was mentioning earlier about the brake lights, as you can see how covered up they are. You can only kind of see the one on this side, but that's why you have the ones down here that are supplied from MotoTote that you can buy as an optional accessory. Definitely helps out with that. All right, guys, and here you have it. It's all loaded. I have the straps on and everything. As you can see, we got the one that goes right over the top of the tire here. Got it secured down there. And then I have the handlebar straps that go across there. And you just tighten them down to there. And that's the one thing I hate about some bikes that have the blinkers right there on the side like that, because it gets in the way a little bit. But yeah. And then you can see how much room I have right there. So just from it shaking, really don't have to worry about it wiggling back and forth too much and hitting the tailgate there. Just so you can see it from the side right there. Yeah, that's it. Not bad. I'm gonna go take it on a quick test ride, see how it is. Not a lot of wobble or anything. You know, I was messing with it. I mean, it wobbles a little, you know, a little bit back and forth like that. But I mean, that's just, I guess, a given for the way that it's designed, but it doesn't really move a whole lot, you know what I'm saying? So you'll have some front, when I say front to back, I mean front to back on the motorcycle, movement a little bit, but she's pretty secure other than that. So I don't know, drop a comment, let me know what you guys think about this system. Do you trust it? Would you use it, or would you just stick with the traditional, you know, throwing the bike in the back of the truck or a trailer or something like that? So if you guys are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. If you're liking what you're seeing, definitely give me a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one.